Hello everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood Moshi, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Guide. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Samus and Dark Samus both. Before I start, as usual, I want to give the disclaimer that these guides are specifically aimed at beginners, people who have either A, not touched the fighter before at all, or B, know a little bit about the fighter and are looking to pick them up. These guides are to teach you how to use the fighters at a very basic and fundamental level. I will not be going over combos or setups, anything like that. Smash as a whole is not about specific combos and specific setups, because you're going to have fighters that you're fighting who are at different percentages, different weight classes altogether. Sometimes you'll have rage, sometimes you won't. There'll be platforms involved and such. It's about being a bit more creative and freestyle with your combos than just doing these specific cookie cutter things. Yes, there's bread and butter things to know about characters, but even then, it's important to know what every single move in your fighter's arsenal can do and how to apply them at the neutral. Then you can start taking it to the next level. So having said that, we're going to start with Samus, then I'll talk about Dark Samus to compare what the differences between Samus and her Echo Fighter are. Now, Samus as a whole, I think she is the best person to play if you're looking to just learn how to play a zoning character, someone who's based heavily around projectiles. She's very good at a distance. Her projectiles have some of the longest range out of any projectile uses in the game. She has no trouble killing her opponent with the use of her charge shot. Even her super missile at much higher percentages. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Let's start with her jab. Samus's jab I do not like. For some reason, it still does not combo into itself. She has a very unique jab. I don't think anyone else in the entire game even has a two-hit jab that functions like this. I guess you could consider Meta Knights, but no. If you press A once, she does a simple punch, and if you press it a second time or just hold the A button, she'll do that second punch, but as you can see, it doesn't combo. Like, it will not combo into itself at all. So your opponent actually can just shield after the first hit. So what I would recommend is jabbing them once and then doing anything but continuing the jab. Because if you're fighting someone that knows what they're doing, they can easily just shield the second hit and punish appropriately. I'll get into what you could do later once I've properly explained all of her moves. As for her tilts, her forward tilt is just your standard kick forward tilt, just to, punish somebody that doesn't respect the space between you two, get them off stage, whatnot. Down tilt is a relatively strong punish option in terms of its damage and kill potential. This is actually one of Samus's stronger options to just outright take a stock at the higher percentages. Fortunately, you're not going to get any combos off of this. Like, you cannot follow up off of it at all. It's purely there just to punish people. It's also very good for poking through shields at the bottom if you've already done considerable shield damage, which Samus has no problem doing. Her up tilt is actually a very strong spike. It can combo. I think it just comboed into itself. No, it didn't. I was just seeing things. It does hit on the platforms of Battlefield, and as you saw, it did combo into my forward there at middle percents, like around 50 or so. Oh, it actually combos into forward smash. That I did not know. But up tilt is a very strong option if you're trying to gimp somebody's recovery and spike them off stage, like if they're coming back. Okay, well, I didn't spike Mario there, but you get what I'm trying to go for. But again, very strong option, especially on Battlefield, because if you hit somebody that's standing up on the platform above you, you actually will spike them into the platform. And for those of you that don't know yet, you cannot tech spike on stage. What teching is that if you get hit by an attack, if you press the shield button just before you hit the ground, I'll actually set Mario to forward smash me. If you press the shield button just before you hit the ground if you're in a tumble state, you'll tech like that, and you won't suffer this, this laggy get up option where you have to roll or just do a neutral get up or an attack. But you can't tech a spike if you're standing on stage. So if she spikes you with her up tilt, then you can't tech that. So it's a good way to start a little combo at the mid to high percents, I'd say, like around 50, 60%, maybe even 40%, depending on who you're fighting, if you're fighting a lightweight. As for smash attacks, this is actually where some differences come in between her and Dark Samus. Now, the down smashes are exactly the same. A simple sweet kick. You won't be taking stocks with it anytime soon, like just outright killing somebody, but it is an option there to catch the 2-frame or to gimp people, or even just to force them off stage. Her forward smash is incredibly powerful if you hit the sweet spot. It's similar to Mario's forward smash and how it looks and how it works. The sweet spot is at the explosion. If you just hit right up close to them, you'll get the sour spot. But if you space it properly and hit with the explosion of it, that's where you'll get the sweet spot. The most damage and the most knockback. Her up smash, you'll actually have a bit of trouble hitting some people with it. It doesn't hit consistently against shorter people. Once they've taken a bit of damage, it'll start hitting a bit more consistently. But against shorter people, you'll have a harder time hitting it. Usually it's a punish that you'll be using as an anti-air, if somebody's coming at you from above. And you don't really want to pivot it, because yeah, you can hit the back hit, but it'll take you a while to actually hit that back hit, because if I do this, look how long it actually takes me to hit Mario, and I've only actually hit him once. Her dash attack used to be one of her combo tools in Smash 4, although I shouldn't be comparing it to that. This is Ultimate, not Smash 4. It's mainly used as a way to punish people. It doesn't combo into anything at all, actually, but it's a good way to get somebody into the air and start a string. Like, if you know they're going to double jump, you can go into your forward air, which is actually a good segue into her aerials. Her forward air, I think, is her best aerial. Now, you're not really going to be hitting anyone that's standing on the ground with this. This isn't what this is for. Forward air is used to combat people that are in the air with you. So good air-to-air aerial. So if you know somebody's going to double jump, like I can set Mario to jump here. If you know someone's going to double jump, you can just use your forward air. It's extremely good on stage and off stage if you know someone's going to jump, because it just pretty much completely halts any of their options. Like, many times I've been fighting one of my friends who's a Dark Samus main, I double jump and he just catches it with the forward air. It's so good if you know somebody's going to double jump. Her neutral air is actually very good. I know it doesn't look that good, but it's actually deceivingly good, because you can hit even shorter people like Mario out of a short hop with it, or you can hit it coming down from a short hop and potentially start a combo like this. Something like that. So neutral air is a very good aerial to use. Back air is your standard, like, delayed kick back air. Something along the lines of, obviously Samus and Dark Samus. There was someone else that had a kick like this. I can't exactly remember who. Fox, Falco, like people, not like Mario's, whose kick comes out almost immediately. Samus's has a little bit of a delay on it. Ridley also has a back air similar to this. It's very good for taking a stock. You don't really just want to use it immediately out of a short hop like that. You can, but usually you'll want to come down with it. But it is an option. You can short hop or come down with it. Me personally, I like coming down with it, just because I can jump in the air and try and pressure the shield or fake them out and just not use the back air at all, and then just drop down and grab. Her up air is a very good combo tool. You can come down with it to catch people. And start combos like that. It also combos immediately out of her down throw. And it's also good for coming back onto stage. If somebody's trying to edge guard you, you could drop down and then use your up air. You could also drop down and use your forward air. I forgot to mention that. Just remember that you use your double jump when you do that. And her down air, your simple spiking down air, looks and functions very similarly to Marth's. And I love going off stage and trying to spike with this move. As for her grab, she has a very good grab game. Now, Samus has a tether grab, so she can also use it in the air. This is also an attack, so if I hit Mario with it, it'll deal damage. And if you jump off stage and use it, you can latch onto the ledge, so don't forget that. It's got a bit finicky range to it, to be honest. Sometimes it feels like it has super long range, sometimes it feels like it has short range, at least for me personally. I know that's not how it actually works, but like there, it didn't grab onto the ledge. Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't grab onto the ledge there. I know I've grabbed the ledge too many times at that point, but I mean, that's me with tether grabs in general. Sometimes they just feel a bit finicky for me, but I don't play characters that use tether grabs too much, so maybe that's why. So she has that as an option for recovering along with her up special. I'll cover that in a bit. So that's her neutral, back, up, down, and forward air. As I said, her grab game is pretty good. She has a tether grab. Her down throw is the throw you're going to be using most of the time because it sets up for combos. Up throw is actually an option to kill people in like much higher percentages. We're talking like near the 170s and such, maybe 150 for a lightweight, but it's an option there. It can also force people into the air, but it doesn't set up any combos or anything. Back throw is very good for forcing people off stage. Forward throw is also good for forcing people off stage, both of them at the higher percents, but usually it's going to be down throw that you're going to be wanting to go into just because it's your best combo starter. And now onto her specials. Her neutral special is Charge Shot, which is a good backbone of Samus's kit. If you press the B button, she'll start charging it, and you can either A, jump out of it, which will allow you to do aerials and other things, or you can roll left or right, you can press down to spot dodge during it, or you can just press the attack button to let it rip, or press the special button again. But once it's fully charged, you'll have it stored. You'll know it's stored when A, you see her arm cannon flashing, and B, you see Samus herself flashing, and press the attack button again, and she'll fire it off. Now, the big thing about Samus in this game is, like other people who have chargeable neutral specials, she can jump while using it. This is very good, because this means she can read a double jump and just fire off a charge shot, even while she's charging it. She can just jump and use an aerial to stop anyone from trying to approach her, and she's very good at doing that with her neutral and forward air. So she's got a lot of options at her disposal when she's using her charge shot. One thing I would definitely suggest, do not use Charge Shot when coming back to stage, because as you can see, it has some recoil in it and it will force you back. So if you do that, more than likely, even if you still have your double jump, you won't make it back. So be very cautious. I'd almost say don't use your Charge Shot off stage, unless you know for a fact you can make it back. Her forward special is the missile. If you just tap it, she'll just fire a normal missile that will home in on her opponent. But if you if you input as if you were doing a smash attack, just smash the stick, it'll be a super missile, which will travel much faster and do much more damage. It can actually kill people up in the much higher percents. Her up special is screw attack, which will send her straight up. She'll also drag anyone that she hits on her way up, and it's actually a very good kill option at the higher percents, or you can even combo into it, like I was showing you earlier. It's like her down throw into... If I can stop you doing forward air. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with me, why I can't do the combo now. It was down air into 2 up airs into her up special, and this is a true combo, so they can't get out of it. It really only works at 0% though, because if I try doing it now, yeah, they're just going to be sent a bit too far away from me. Usually at this percent, you're just going to try hitting with a forward air. But ups, and it's also a very good option to use out of shield if somebody hits your shield and you can use your up special. And it's extremely good on stages like Battlefield if you hit them at the top platform, because more than likely they're just dead at that point. Her down special is the bomb. This is actually a very good special, not for the bomb itself, but more so what it does to Samus when she's in the air. Like let's say if I'm trying to approach Mario and I use my down special, it's mainly used kind of as a fake out, because it kind of slightly halts my mid-air momentum. It's also very good as a tool for edge guarding. Like I can just knock Mario off stage here, walk off, and then drop a bomb. Well, a bit closer to the ledge. And then if you can catch somebody coming back with an attack. It's also good to just drop at the edge. Usually, you'll sometimes see in Samus montage, they break a shield, then they'll drop the bomb and then do up tilt. And it actually does true combo into itself. If you do it right, you'll spike them off stage. And that's going to be it for Samus specifically. Now we're going to cover Dark Samus. There aren't too many differences between the two. They're minimal, but they do make a decent difference. And it would give you a reason to play this one specifically over the other. To start with, the differences between Dark Samus and Samus. Dark Samus, since she's a bit more free-floating and open, her hurt box is very, very slightly larger. Her hurt box being the parts for that you can actually damage. Since she's not as crouched and clutched together as Samus, she's a lot more free-forming, or free... Well, I can't describe the word I'm looking for. A lot more loose than Samus. So her hurt box is slightly bigger, but because of that, her shield is also slightly bigger than Samus's to compensate for that. Her forward and back rolls are slightly faster than Samus's. Not by much, I believe by 3 frames, but it is noticeable. Her rolls are also not as long as Samus's, like they don't cover as much distance as her. But the main differences between them that could make or break how you play them, her forward smash has slightly less range than Samus's. Like if I was trying to forward smash Mario from here as Samus, I would hit him, but as Dark Samus, I wouldn't. Her up smash, however, can hit people much more consistently and at a shorter angle. So as you saw with Samus, I was having a lot of trouble actually hitting Mario standing next to him. Dark Samus doesn't have that issue. So her up smash is a good chunk better than Samus's. That's one big thing that she has over her counterpart. And the last difference between them is that she fires her neutral and forward special, being the charge shot and the super missile, at a very slight lower angle. It's not a huge difference. The only real difference it makes that I've been able to come across is that she can hit Greninja and Pichu when they're crouching, while Samus cannot. That's the only big noticeable difference that I personally have been able to come across. There could be some other people that she might not be able to hit while crouching compared to Samus, but aside from Greninja and Pichu specifically, that's just about it. So that part of her kit, her neutral and forward special hitting at a slightly lower angle, that's really it for specifically crouching Pichu and Greninja. If I do find any other situations where that will come into play, I will make note of that in the comments section. Like I'll put a disclaimer in the comments section. Aside from that, and as well as that, Dark Samus having electrical effects on most of her attacks compared to the fire effects that Samus has, like her forward smash on the sweet spot and her up smash. Aside from that, that's pretty much it. Aside from that, there's really no difference between Samus and Dark Samus. And that's it. So, when it comes to Samus and Dark Samus, you can pretty much play either or. The only significant differences between them are their forward smash and their up smash. Samus has a better forward smash, while Dark Samus has a better up smash. Dark Samus's rolls are slightly faster than Samus's but cover less distance. Dark Samus's shield is slightly bigger to compensate for her bigger hurt box. Other than that, they're pretty much interchangeable. So, oh, and well, I guess you could also say their victory theme, but that's not really a gameplay thing, that's just an aesthetic thing. So if you can play one, you can pretty much play the other. Overall, Dark Samus and Samus, I think, are very strong. They excel in a couple of specific matchups, especially for people whose up specials don't snap to the ledge because they can pressure with charge shot so easily. Those specific matchups being Cloud and Shulk. I know there are other people that probably don't snap to the ledge immediately with their up special, so she's able to catch people really easily with her charge shot at the ledge because of that. But there's other things aside from just that. She's got very strong zoning capabilities. She's no slouch up close either. So I think she's definitely a good beginner character if you're looking to learn projectile-based characters. Like if you're trying to learn people like Link, even Duck Hunt, people like that, people that have a very strong projectile game, Dark Samus and Samus are very good to start with. And that's about it that I have to say for them. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, as well as hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I make more guides. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.